Alright, this is about putting this thing that we built in the first video into Sony Vegas. It is as follows. The original video track, which this is a screenshot of that. Green on top of that, because we're going to use green screen stuff. And the little blizzang, hoo-ha, whatever shape you want to create. And the little blam 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 logo that is on top of that. Again, you can just have one layer, and so you'll only need one layer on top of your video in Sony Vegas or whatever video editing software you want. Or I'm just going to do it in 3 sections because that's what makes sense. So we have saved this screen just like it is as a JPEG, one full thing, right? So now I'm going to get that JPEG and drag it in to Sony Vegas over here, right? So that we will be able to get this up on YouTube in this way. So, right, let's do it. 1 sec, I'm going to pause. Go to my desktop. Grab shmir, whatever we save that as. I believe it was N and a bunch of characters. There we go. Shmir. And we're going to have to drag it into Sony Vegas. Like this. Incidentally, God damn it. Incidentally, all I did to get this other thing in here was to drag this video into it, and it created it went in. Now there's a timeline, whatever, and so I just made one, copied it, squished it over so there's a transition, copied it, squished it over so there's a transition. So, right. Now it will play and go back to the start, play again, go back to the start, play again. Right. So, fade on through. So, we now have this little hoo-ha. What you want to do is right-click on the thingy, timeline, go to insert video track, or however your video wants it to be. I'm going to put 2 in here for fun, to illustrate that you could save this file, and you could save the logo by itself on pure green, just like this. Logo on pure green, if you wanted to. In fact, let's do that really quick. It'll be fun. Save as JPEG, and we'll go like we had before. Number 2. Save. Great. So now we need to drag in into Vegas, and we can either do that in the first one that we saved, which would be where the hell? Right. Drag in, splat. Notice that when we do this, it turns green. What do you know? Do. Now, this black line here and here, you can care about it or not. It's because of the settings under properties. And it's 720 by 480, which I think is a pretty standard dealy-do. But it's not the one we started with. We started with something that was taller. So you can care about this or not. It doesn't matter. If you wanted to, you would want to switch back to Photoshop here and just make your stuff a different size. Image size. Don't constrain proportions. And we'd just make it taller. Right, so we'd go, say, 800. Wait, whoops. That was total crap. Total crap. Image size, make it taller, call it 500 here, and it would just stretch it to be taller, or whatever. But I'm not going to care. So, right, here we go. We've got video that, as it plays from the beginning, goes video, green. Okay, pausing here. In whatever program you're using, in here it's Sony Vegas, and this is going to be the chroma keyer. So click on chroma keyer, go to whatever screen, blue screen, green screen, red screen, whatever. But green screen, drag this onto here specifically, and notice it does a pretty good job. You can go to the little clicker bit, the eyedropper, click on the exact specific color of green, You know what? We shouldn't have used yellow, because yellow is too close to green. You can see through it. So to fix that, you just, instead of using yellow, use something else, such as red or blue, whatever you want to use. Okay, so, right. Use blue instead, so you don't get this slight bit of overlay, or transparency overlay. Drag this to be the length of your video, start to finish, and now you have your blazangy hoo-ha, just like that. For fun, let's go and do this in blue. I want to pause and save. So I've now saved one just like this, and one just like this. So they're two separate layers. Back in Vegas, going to delete this, just like that, and then drag in the blue and the blue scrunchy bit, or lightningy, crushy video stuff overlay, and also drag in the logo. So just stretch this out to cover your video, and notice over here we've got this on top of this, so it won't show. It'll just switch as we play it. Switch as we play it. Stretch this out to cover that. Chroma key here, green screen, splat. Eyedropper to the specific color of green right there. And now we've got the logo on top of the blue thing. And chroma key here, green screen down here.